pleasant good evening, everyone. Jeff Beavis, Sports Information Director at Calvin University. Back to you courtside. Getting ready for this huge MIAA men's basketball conference opener between the Knights of Calvin and the Britons of Albion. Looking at this series, Calvin has won the last 5. Last time Albion defeated Calvin was back during the 21-22 year. And a pleasant good evening, everyone. Jeff Beavis, Sports Information Director at Calvin University, courtside. Before this MIAA conference opener between the Albion Britons and the Knights of Calvin University. Looking at this series, Calvin has won the last 5. Albion's last win over Calvin came back on January 5, 2022, when the Britons defeated the Knights at Kresge Gymnasium 70-62. That was also the games back then. The last time Albion has won at Calvin was back in February 1 of 2020 when the Britons defeated Calvin 75-66. Albion was the MIAA regular season champion that season. That was the year that ended up being truncated by COVID. NCAA tournament play halted in the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament, but if I remember, it was Adrian actually that won the conference tournament that year after Albion won the regular season. But having said that, since the 2022 conference opener, Calvin has won the last 5. A year ago, Calvin won both meetings, winning 78-69 at Albion and 89-50 here in Grand Rapids. It should be a good one. Veteran coaches Bill Saul of Calvin, Jody May of Albion. They're both former Division III basketball players themselves. Of course, Bill Saul, a 2-time All-American here at Calvin, scored over 2,000 career points, a 2-time league MVP. And Jody May, an Ohio Northern men's basketball alum. He was on that infamous 1993 Ohio Northern National Championship squad that ended the career of Calvin all-time leading scorer Steve Hondard in the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament, in the game that was held in the storm of the century down in the hills of Virginia. Looking at the records of these teams coming in, Albion at 5-6 overall, and guess what? Calvin also at 5-6 overall. Calvin has won 4 in a row, had one of the toughest schedules in NCAA Division III basketball, losing its season opener to current #1 ranked Wisconsin Platteville on a buzzer beater, 82-81. Another loss that Calvin has in its ledger is to current #2 ranked Emory University, which was a very tightly fought contest here at Benoit Arena in late November. Knights also have 2 games on the regular season scheduled for Trine University, and Trine is ranked #3 in the country. That's the preseason favorite in the MIAA. Calvin also has wins against 15th ranked St. John's, Minnesota, and 16th ranked Wisconsin Lacrosse. In fact, at one point, Calvin's only 2 wins of the year were against top 25 opponents. Calvin's also played against number 23 ranked Cal Lutheran, who was ranked 24 at the time that Calvin lost to Cal Lutheran. That was back in the opening weekend of the year, back on November 9. And other tough games against a very strong Wisconsin Oshkosh team. Calvin played them twice. And just a slew of really tough opponents for Calvin in men's basketball this year. Albion, as I mentioned, led by Jody May. They are 5-6 on the year. They started the season 4-2, but has dropped 4 of its last 5 as Albion, including an 88-84 defeat to Oglethorpe University on December 30. That's the most recent game for the Bulldogs. The Britons are led by Michael Ume, I think is how you say it. Just looking at my pronunciations. He's averaging 13.5 points per game in 11 games, including 9 off the bench. Jody May has been at the helm of the Albion men's basketball program since the start of the 08-09 season and has earned more than 200 wins leading the program. Coach Bill Saul, of course, has been at the helm of the Kelvin team since the 2019-20 season. Formerly a head coach at Ferris State in Northern Michigan. He is coming close or nearing the 100th victory of his Kelvin coaching career. Last year he led Kelvin to the Elite Eight. A couple of years prior to that to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament, and has led Kelvin to back-to-back MIAA regular season crowns. Should be a good one here tonight. Kelvin led in scoring by Uchenna Ekageza, who recently moved into 14th place in the Kelvin career scoring list, moving past Dwayne Rosendale. Ekageza averages about 12.5 points a game. Owen Varnado right behind him at about 11 points, and Trevin Winkle at 10 points a game. That's been Kelvin's trio of scoring standouts in this season. I'm going to turn it over to Jason Fossey, our public address announcer. He's going to have our starting lineups, which will be presented to you by Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Van Ord Arena here on the campus of Kelvin University for today's MIAA men's basketball matchup featuring the Britons of Albion College and your Kelvin Knights. Let's meet both teams. First up from Albion, number 1, BJ Hunter. And for your Knights, a 6'5" tall junior from McBain, Michigan, number 1, Trevin Winkle. And for Albion, number 11, Dwayne Ray. For your Knights, a 6'3" junior from Caledonia, Michigan, number 5, Luca Ressler. From Albion, number 15, Curtis Rhodes. And for your Knights, a 6'7" sophomore from Petoskey, Michigan, number 23, Brady Ewing. From Albion, number 30, Michael Ome. And for the Knights, a 6'6" junior from Muskegon, Michigan, number 3, Owen Varnado. For Albion, number 32, AJ Barden. And for your Knights, a 6'4" tall senior from Huntley, Illinois, number 0, Uchenna Ekageza. The Britons are coached by Jody May. And your Knights are coached by Bill Saul in his 6th season.
So there you have it. The starting lineups brought to you by Lake Michigan Credit Union, where our members really like earning more when they save and paying less when they borrow. Today's starting lineups, again, presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Ready for the opening tap. It'll be Owen Varnado going up against AJ Barden, and it is Michael Ume, so I thought I had that correct, and I did. Leading scorer for Albion, and 1 on the opening tap by the Britons. That was Barden who won that tap, and it's Dwayne Ray out of Detroit North Farmington High School. Pass into the post. Layup is up and in by Barden. And the Britons strike first. Ressler up top to pass inside to Winkle, and now Ressler. Varnado. He pumps up a 3. Going to be a little short. A rebound hauled down by BJ Hunter. Trying to bull his way down was Barden, and Ressler picks up the loose ball on the steal. A little 1-on-4. He'll pull it back to Varnado. Going hard to the hole as Brady Ewing got a shot blocked, and Albion comes up with the loose change. Here come the Brits. Kick right side. Thinking about the 3 was Curtis Rhodes. Cut off at the baseline by Trevin Winkle. Pass inside, up off the window, no for Ume. And here comes Kelvin. 2-0 just underway. Varnado. Now Ekageza, Knights reversing the ball around here. Winkle had the high screen from Ewing, instead decided to throw it around to Wrestler, and he found a little seam and popped the 6-footer, tied at 2. Uchenna Ekageza, who sits 3rd on the Kelvin career list in steals, 14th on the Kelvin career scoring list. Going hard to the basket was Dwayne Ray. Didn't make it. Wrestler a 3 in transition, no, and ripped down by Barden. Albion back the other way. Kelvin back on defense. Going to the basket on Ekageza, blocked his shot. Oh, and they're going to call it late. BJ Hunter drawing the foul. They're going to call a push. I say he got him with the body. Free throw up and in. 3-2. Hunter second, missed it. Rebound to Varnado. Luca Wrestler to Grand Rapids Catholic Central High School. Man-to-man by Albion. Brady Ewing. Has the high screen for Wrestler, now Varnado. He's got a downhill to the basket. Thought about the dunk, had it cocked back for the whirlybird, and got cut off at the pass with a foul. He'll shoot 2. Varnado can get downhill, can be really effective. His free throw is up and good. Tied at 3. Substitution for the Brits. Marco Lucchesi in. Barden just checked out. Second free throw good. Knights up 4-3. Here comes Parker Swartz in for Brady Ewing. Swartz, whose younger brother Brady, who is a signed letter of intent to Western Michigan, had 50 points last night in a 32-minute high school game. Parker's got a lot to live up to there. Now Brady is Mr. Basketball candidate here in the state of Michigan. But that was impressive. Here's Albion with the basketball. Pass inside and a shot up and in the paint by Ume, and Albion on top 5-4. Wrestler to Ekageza on the right baseline. Double team back to Wrestler. Thought about the 3. Swartz pumps it up. They're going to be off. Battle for the board, and Albion comes down with it. Dwayne Ray across the timeline, kicks it left side. Pass into the post. Albion making a concerted effort to get the ball inside. Pass inside again to Lucchesi. Fumbled it, got it back. Trying to back his way down, nothing there. Hunter pulls up on the right baseline, going to be short, and Winkle gets the rebound. Nothing there on the breakout. Instead gives it over to Ekageza. Swartz got cut off on the baseline, back to Ekageza. Secondary break. Kelvin, nothing there. Here's Winkle, a 3. Open look, couldn't make it, and Ume back the other way. I think Coach Saul wants the Knights to get the ball to the basket, and that's something that Albion does right there. 2 points for Dwayne Ray on the finger roll, 7-4 Brits. Right now, Albion packing that lane down, keeping Kelvin away from the basket. Here's Wrestler going to the hole. Tried to draw a foul, could not. Albion with the basketball. Ray on the rebound, quickly into the front court. Hunter, baseline, kick up top. Ekageza trying to stay with this man. Here's a pull-up from 10, no, by Rhodes, and a rebound to Winkle. Ekageza, he's trying to get to the basket. Nothing there. Winkle, a little show and go to the hole, missed it, and a foul on the Brits. Kind of a media timeout here at the 15:29 mark. Winkle will go to the line. Foul was called, I believe, on Ume. Well, fans, tonight's featured Kelvin basketball student athlete planning for success honoree is Owen Varnado. Owen is a forward from Muskegon, Michigan. A junior, Owen is an economics major with an emphasis in pre-law. He's a Kelvin Dean's List student holding a grade point average above a 3.50. That's planning for success presented by Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management, providing the financial clarity, solutions, and service that allow you to focus on what you care about most. Try to get you some other MIAA scores here. Let's see, Trine up 44-24 in Kalamazoo. I think that is a halftime score. Yep. Let's see. Women's. Looks like St. Mary's is leading Kalamazoo 51-46. Men's side, Adrian on top of Elma right now, 55-40. And on the women's side, Trine leads Elma 27-16. So Winkle at the line for a pair. Free throw up and in. It's like the Hope men all over Olivet right now, 40-22 at the break. Second free throw also in. 7-6, Albion up a point. Lucchese. Into the game right now is Beck Willems. Pass inside, nearly tied up. A three from straight on is going to be off the mark by Rhodes, and a rebound by Varnado. Now Ekageza and Winkle. Ty Horkey's into the game for Kelvin, leaves it to Varnado, thought about the three, tries to get to the basket, got held. Foul number 3 on the Britons. Dane Harvey's going to check in for Kelvin. For Winkle. 15:03 left first half. Albion up 7-6. Varnado, or Ekageza, beg your pardon. Tosses it up top to Horkey. 15 on the shot clock. Varnado's going to have to go to the hole. Nope, kicks it left side. Horkey a three. Going to be off the mark, chased down by Willems. And Albion will break the timeline with BJ Hunter at controls. Albion trying to get the ball inside. And they do get it inside to A.J. Barden. Kicking it back out to Willems, trying to back down Swartz. Three from the wing, up short, and a rebound to Varnado. Quickly the other way. Horkey, Albion back in transition. The Brits doing a good job of preventing any transition baskets for Kelvin. Well versed in that defensive philosophy by Coach May. Ekageza to Varnado on the baseline. Was losing the ball and had to throw it off the leg of Willems while falling out of bounds. Subs for Albion. Back in is Dwayne Ray. And then number 24, Makai Wingfield in for the first time. Also back in is Michael Ume.
Get a cut.
Horkey to the left wing to Ekageza. 6 on the shot clock, spinning. Varnado pumps up a three, he's going to be short. Battle for the ball, and it is off of Kelvin. Well, traditionally, Albion has been very staunch defensively. They like to play that half-court physical smash-mouth kind of basketball, and so far, that has been the case. They have stayed true to form, and it is in the style of play that Albion would like to play. Pull-up in the lane is good by Willems, and the Brits up 3, 9-6. Horky to the right side to Harvey, almost lost his footing. Owen Varnado on the dribble, kicks it left wing. Harvey thought about the three. Throws it up top, and Horky has to try to save it, and then Varnado, to prevent a 2-on-1, just punches the ball out of bounds. Varnado will check out, Winkle back in. Here comes Tripp Riemersma. Albion defense has been pretty staunch. Year in and year out, it's a staple of this Britain program. Defense, defense, defense. Dwayne Ray lobs it to Ume, who's trying to back his way into the basket. Inside to Willems, that's Lucchese, beg your pardon. And he lays it off the glass and in on the backdoor feed. 11-6, Brits up by 5. Winkle. Swartz thought about the three, instead goes to the basket. Riemersma from the corner, in and out. Ripped down by Mackay Wingfield. Coach Saul saying that's all we're doing, 3-point shots. Partly dictated, though, by Albion's defense right now. Little turnaround off the window, no, and a rebound to Riemersma. 12:21 left, first half. Riemersma almost got a travel called on him. Here's Ekageza. Up top to Riemersma. Swartz, he'll pump up a three, gonna be deep. Bounce around, Ekageza with the board going up. Off, put back and in. Knights try to get a timeout. Didn't see it, did the official, and Albion inbounds the ball. Entry pass into the post. Backing his way in is Ume. Back up top, a three on the way, it's good. Mackay Wingfield and his 14-8 Brits. Ekageza picked his dribble up, leaves it to Winkle. Swartz. Looking for Harvey. 10 on the shot clock. Winkle's gonna have to bull his way to the basket. Backdoor feed, Riemersma off the window and in. Good cut by Tripp Riemersma, a good find on the feed, 14-10. Willems to Lucchese. It's Mackay Wingfield, ball just going around the horn. Going to the basket in the lane, under 10 on the shot clock. Willems. Lucchese, a deep three, side spinner, no good. It'll be Kelvin basketball, immediate timeout, 10:45 left first half. Albion leads it 14-10. All right, let's do that around the MIAA feature. Brought to you by NAIA Wyszynski of West Michigan, West Michigan's largest independently owned commercial real estate firm. Today's MIAA men's basketball schedule. Again, Elma is at Adrian, Kalamazoo is at Trine, Olivet is at Hope, and of course, Albion is right here at Kelvin. Try to pull you up the updated scores here again. Adrian, late in the contest, leads Elma 59-46, about 2.5 left in that one. Let's see, Trine was all over Kalamazoo, and they still are, 56-35 with 11:10 left in that one. And let's see, I think I had that Hope score here, if I can dig that one back up. Yep, Hope up 42-24 early in the second half. So today's MIAA men's schedule has been brought to you by NAIA Wyszynski, West Michigan. West Michigan's largest independently owned commercial real estate firm. And again, today's first half brought to you by Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management, partnering with you to help unlock your financial potential and build your legacy. Trevin Winkle, top of the key, trying to get to the basket, goes up, count it, and a foul. He took that assertively and went hard to the basket, and the foul was called on A.J. Barden. Winkle, free throw, good. 14-13, Knights within a point. Pass into the post, now a backdoor feed, and Albion losing it out of bounds. That was Jalen Flanagan, who couldn't quite corral it. The play was there. Pass wasn't a bad one, but Flanagan was being hounded from behind, and I think he heard footsteps and was trying to go up with the shot before he had the ball and fumbled it out of bounds. Knights with a chance to take the lead. Wrestler has it. Little high screen. And now Varnado kicks down into the paint. Harvey, or beg your pardon, that was Riemersma. Back to Ty Horkey, who just got back into the game. Varnado, left wing, trying to get to the basket, and it is a layup there by Winkle. 5 straight points for Trevin Winkle, and Kelvin has a 15-14 lead. Curtis Rhodes, now back up top to Lucchese. That's not Lucchese, beg your pardon, it's Truman King who's into the game for the first time. Into the post, A.J. Barden working on Varnado. Little shimmy by Dwayne Ray, goes into the lane, up, no, but a foul. Going to be on Horkey? It will. Coach Saul did not like that call. That'll send Dwayne Ray, the sophomore, to Detroit, Michigan. North Farmington High School graduate, makes the first. Second one up and in. Back into the game for the Brits, B.J. Hunter. So Albion back on top, 16-15. Horkey at the controls. 9:20 left, first half. 16-15, Albion up a point. Parker Swartz getting ready to check back in. Double team comes to Varnado. Wrestler, 3 on the way. Good! Wide open from the top. Varnado recognized the double team and kicked it to the right man. Knights up 2, 18-16. Pass inside, stolen, nope. Riemersma had it for a moment. Now here's a layup attempt. No, Varnado with a tap, trying to get there. Wrestler, a little bump. Play goes on. B.J. Hunter, 7 on the shot clock. Never reset. Hunter trying to beat Wrestler to the basket. Little up and under. I don't think he got the shot off. He did not in time. There'll be a violation. Kelvin basketball. Swartz back in. Riemersma, who had a good shift there, checks out. 8:35 left, first half.
Hey, 2 up. Clear it!
Ty Horkey pumps up a 3 from the top, off the back iron. Taken away by Truman King. Now back to King in transition, right baseline, working on Swartz. Kicks it up top, a 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark by Ume. Beg your pardon, that was Barden. And the Knights with the rebound. Skip pass to Wrestler. Backdoor feed to Winkle, I think knocked out of bounds by Albion it was. Here comes Uchenna Ekageza back in, but not before we get another media timeout with 7:54 left first half. All right, let's see. If you are on a quest to find the best breakfast place near you, your search ends here at Anna's House. Discover how Anna's House is saving the world from an ordinary breakfast by visiting any of our 12 restaurants across Michigan, including one just a mile up the East Beltline going south from the Kelvin campus. And they have the best French toast, scrambled eggs, and many other delicacies that you'd love to have for breakfast. And they also do lunch and dinner. That's Anna's House, 12 locations across Michigan. Also, stay tuned for today's halftime, which will be powered by Applied Innovation. We'll get you caught up on today's game stats, and you'll hear all about the exciting aspects happening at Kelvin University. That's today's halftime show that will be powered by Applied Innovation. Practical advice and cutting-edge technology to drive your business forward. (18-16) Kelvin in the lead. They've got the ball coming out of the timeout. Ekageza back in, along with Horky, Winkle. Brady Ewing is back in, and Parker Swartz remains in. Brady Ewing looking inside, nothing there. He's going to just take it to the basket, and he does it nicely, lays it up and in. Little pump fake. The Knights are starting to get the ball inside, 20-16, Kelvin by 4. BJ Hunter lays it off to Flanagan. Ball deflects out to the left wing. Pass inside to Barden, defended by Ekageza. Barden's going to try to back his way down with that left hand. Goes up, missed it, short off the front iron, and a rebound to Ewing. Ekageza on the dribble. Pulls up from 15, going to be off, and Barden with a rebound. Transition, Albion will pull it up, and a steal by Horky. Horky's going to go all the way and lay it in, 22-16. Ty Horky's been finding his sea legs as a first-year Kelvin Knight after the last 4 years at Kalamazoo College. Grad student. Dump off, feed to Flanagan. Here's a long three from the top and good. Truman King defended pretty well. 22-19. Knights up 3. Horky, he's going to pull up from 17. Got it. He's feeling it. 24-19. Rolled off the screen. Fired and filled. Barden leaves it over to Flanagan, going hard to the basket. Knights starting to cut that off. Layup no good, and Winkle with a rebound. Horky the other way. He's going to pull up another one. Heat check, and they're going to wave it off for an illegal screen on Ewing. Varnado is in for Winkle. 5:45 left first half. So Varnado, Horky, Ewing, Swartz, and Ekageza. Flanagan leaves it over to Ume. Going to drive to the basket, hard to the basket, missed the layup. Offensive putback though, up and in. Ume cleaned up his own miss. And the reverse layup, good, 24-21. Horky got a screen. Left wing, Swartz. Ekageza now, a three in and out. Ewing goes for the basket. Got his hands on it, couldn't come up with it. 24-21, Kelvin up 3. 5 minutes left, first half. Going to the hole And it's stolen away. Curtis Rhodes got into a little too thick of a thicket.
Look inside.
Horky gets a touch to Varnado. I don't think Varnado has scored yet. Goes up, off the window, and in. There's a field goal for Owen. His first field goal of the game. He had 2 free throws earlier. I remember that now. 26-21. Hand off to Flanagan. Now driving to the basket is Hunter. Leaves it to Curtis Rhodes, and we got to travel. Wrestler back in, Winkle back in. Horky checks out, Ewing checks out. 4:21 to go here, first half. Knights up 5. One of those classic grinding Kelvin Albion basketball games.
Floppy it. Go, 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 go.
To Winkle. Going to the basket. And he puts it up and in. He just had too much bounce and spring. And maybe an inch or two on his man, Willems. And Winkle coming alive. It's 28-21. 9 points for the young man out of McBain. Handoff to Willems. He's going to pull up a 3 from the top. Good. Coach Saul did not like that one. 28-24. Pass to Swartz, lost it out of bounds. Wrestler lost his footing and had to get rid of it, falling down, and bad pass. Out of bounds. We're going to get immediate timeout with 3:38 left first half. Remersma will check back in. As we get set for the last 3:38 of the first half. And again, we'll have our Mercantile Bank halftime shootout. We're thankful for Mercantile Bank for its sponsorship. Mercantile Bank will also be our sponsor for our halftime stats. Fans, today's Kelvin Women's Sports Report today is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Graduate student Maggie Farrell, the Kelvin Women's Swim Team, has had a sparkling start to her final season of collegiate swimming. Last semester, Maggie set a school record in the 100 butterfly and is currently ranked 4th nationally in the event, as well as 9th in the 50 freestyle. She is part of a Kelvin Women's Swim Team that is ranked 15th in Division III. That's today's Kelvin Women's Sports Report, presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union, where our members really like earning more when they save and paying less when they borrow. Four-point game, Albion basketball out of the timeout, 3:38 left first half. 28-24, Kelvin on top. On the drive there is B.J. Hunter, and now Dwayne Ray. Ekageza on him, pass into the post, Ume. He's got a mismatch, goes hard to the basket, no, but a foul. He had Luca Wrestler switched off on him, and he had about 3 inches and 30 pounds. And he made good use of it, drawing that foul. Free throws up and in. It was 28-21 a moment ago, and Albion hitting that big 3 by Willems, and then a turnover leading into the foul and the free throws. Splitting the free throw, but Willems got the rebound, and now here's the putback. No, battle for the board. Going up, Ekageza got a block, and what do we have? A jump ball. It'll be Kelvin basketball. They call it jump. Not sure if it was on the block. It must have been after the ball came down and it got tied up. I didn't have a clear look at it. Knights need a good possession here, up 28-25, just over 3 to go first half. 4-0 run feels like a 12-0 run in a normal game. Here's Ekageza going to the basket, and what do we have here? Foul on the floor on Albion. That'll be foul number 5 on the Brits. So still not at the free throw line as far as charity tosses. Back in for the Brits is Mackay Wingfield. Pass in the corner, Wrestler got double teamed. Back to Varnado, going hard to the basket, flips it off the front of the rim and down. Great take and finish by Owen Varnado, 30-25. Knights needed that bucket bad. 2:45 left first half. Willems was come up with some big points here in the first half. Oh, he looked like he traveled, and they're going to say he stepped on the baseline instead. Turnover, no matter how you slice it. Looked like he got the ball caught up on his right thigh there before he could put it down for another dribble. Tripp Remersma with it. Willems on him. Varnado thinking about the three. He's going to put up a three, and he puts it down. Owen Varnado getting loose. Suddenly with 9 points. And Kelvin up 8, 33-25. 2:10 left first half. Ume, boy, doing a little hook job there. Little claw action to try to claw his way to the basket. Knights almost got a steal. Instead, it'll be a pull-up in the lane. Ekageza altered that shot by Dwayne Ray, and Winkle with another rebound. Here's Ekageza spinning his way, kicks it outside to Varnado. Right baseline, to the hole, got blocked. Be an inbound situation for the Knights. 20 ticks on the shot clock, 1:43 in the game clock. Remersma out, Harvey in. Ding Harvey, the senior out of Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Northern High School. Varnado to Winkle, backdoor feed, Wrestler off the window and in. 10-point Kelvin lead, 35-25, 1:38 left first half. Albion wants a 30-second timeout. Let's see here. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Applied Innovation, where innovation means more smiles for your business. At the conclusion of today's game, stay with us for the Big East post-game show. The best place to watch all these weekend sports is Big East Sports Grill. Trying to watch the Division I college playoff semifinals? Go over to Big East Sports Grill, just down the road from Kelvin University, just south of the Kelvin campus on the East Beltline. The Big East post-game show features final stats, analysis, and our selection for player of the game. Well, when I say our selection, it'll be my selection. Don't have a color man tonight. First double-digit lead of the game for either team. Kelvin up 35-25, trying to finish strong. Going to be a three on the way. It's up and no good by Dwayne Ray, and a rebound to Wrestler. Knights are doing a pretty good job in the defensive glass. Kick right wing. It's Winkle for a three off the iron. Ume with the board. Here comes Dwayne Ray between the legs. A three on the way. It's good. Second triple of the game for Mackay Wingfield, and the Knights will take that use it or lose it timeout with 1 minute left first half. That's a big triple for the Brits. They needed that one. 35-28. Knights up 7. Let's see if I can't get you some other scores from around the league. 2:48 left. Trine up 70-56 at, see, that's at Trine over Kalamazoo. Trine leading Kalamazoo 70-56. Elma has defeated, Adrian has defeated Elma 65-52. Elma is still searching for its first win of the year in men's basketball. Now 0-12. Hope up 59-39 on Olivet, 9:23 to go. Out of the timeout, Wrestler thought about the three. Corner ball to Varnado, going to the basket, and he threw it off the backboard. He was trying to kick it to the corner, and backboard got in the way. Dwayne Ray. Willems, another three by Winfield. Good! And just like that, it's a 4-point game. It was 10 points a moment ago, and now it's 4. Albion is finishing strong right now, courtesy of Mackay Wingfield. Varnado got double teamed. Knights can more or less play for one if they want to. Going to the basket, no, and 2 tracks at the basket, and Winkle couldn't put either one down. Albion can play for one. Not the finish Kelvin was looking for here. Ray all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. 35-33, an 8-0 run in the half for Albion over the final couple minutes of the first half, and it's a 2-point Kelvin lead at the break. Good thing is, over the last couple of years, when Kelvin leads at halftime, they are undefeated. I've got some numbers somewhere hanging around on those halftime stats, leading at the break. Whether you believe in that stuff or not, over the last 11 years, Kelvin is 355-44 when leading at halftime, including 3-0 this year. I believe last year they won every game that they led in at halftime. They went 25-5 and reached the national quarterfinals. Looks like they're getting ready for our Mercantile Bank halftime shot promotion. And we'll try to get you stats here in just a moment as we get ready for the halftime. Brought to you by Mercantile Bank, home of M-Perks Plus Checking and Merc Start Account Checking. Let's see, they're still working on stats over there. And I will try to pull up the stats. Trying to fix something, I think. All right, I can give you the stats right here. 35-33, of course, the most important stat. Kelvin 14 of 31 from the floor. Albion 12 of 29. Well, let's turn it over to the half-court shot here. All right, JoJo, a sophomore, puts the first one up there and off the window a little wide. It's got one more crack at the basket. You have a chance to win $100. It's up there and off the iron. Looks like the stats are coming right now. All right, I'm going to take a break.
I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in preschool. As a teacher, I know that I am called to not only make an impact on the students that I teach, but to help them come up with creative solutions to be change agents themselves. That Calvin has instilled in me to be an agent of renewal in this world. And how can they help be a problem solver? How can they creatively come up with solutions to better not only the space that they are involved in, but the space that others are involved in as well?
I love the NABE Scholarship Program because I just love how personal these scholarships are for the alumni and for the students. Being a student who grew up in foster care and then getting a scholarship for students who were in foster care and being able to connect with that donor and see the love and the passion that they have for me and being able to resonate with me and what I've gone through. God opened doors that I didn't even know were there. I'm at Kelvin and my legacy is starting here.
This is the Gainey Track and Field Complex. There are innovative features that set Calvin's facilities apart from other universities. First, the space joins a small number of dedicated track and field facilities in NCAA Division III. This means that we don't share with football, lacrosse, soccer, any other team. Our throwing facility is adjacent to the main track. Everything is right here in one location. It's all about track and field all the time.
The best part of grad school would be the connections that you make, not only with your cohort, but with the professors as well.
I felt very supported, and I don't feel alone in the program.
I just really feel like each individual in the program gets a relationship with the professors in a different way that's meaningful to them and is more geared to them.
I'm a grad student at Albion University. Yay! Okay.
The mission statement of our program is building champions for life. And I truly mean that when I say that. To me, there's two types of programs. There's transactional and there's transformational. And we are building a transformational football program here because we want our young men to leave prepared for the rest of their lives. And so when we talk about being champions, we talk about 4 different areas. In the classroom, in the community, on the field, and then champions of our faith. And all 4 pieces are so important to what we're doing.
Where will the next revolutionary idea come from? That next breakthrough in scientific research? At Calvin University, you can dream bigger, think deeper, aim higher. Our world-class faculty push students to keep asking hard questions and never settle for the status quo. Become part of a university that challenges students to go beyond as Christ's agents of renewal in the world. Calvin University, go beyond.
My name is Nate Napper. I'm a 2008 graduate of Calvin University, and I'm currently a special agent with the FBI. I'm also an attorney, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Joseph Project. I'm of the opinion that there is no reason why every single human trafficking survivor in need of legal services shouldn't be given those services free of charge. And the idea was to connect them with pro bono legal help so that they could resolve that legal collateral damage and move forward into a brighter future. I've always resonated with the idea that we could be agents of renewal, right? That we could work and cooperate alongside the vision that God has for the world. If you're willing to submit to his path in obedience, dream the dreams that he would have you enact for the world, I think that you'll go places that you would never imagine going.
This year has definitely changed my world. I'm making an impact here. It feels good to know every day that I'm growing in my abilities that I love, which is film, and I'm also growing as a believer in faith.
I'm really thankful that I was able to do work in my field during school, at school, and that has given me the confidence to move forward with doing my own independent work and getting to put my foot in that door before I even graduate. I don't think I would have found elsewhere.
At Calvin, our faith in God and pursuit of excellence drives us. Our new soccer stadium reflects that commitment, offering a premier space for our student athletes to compete on and off the field. Whether you're an athlete, a summer camper, or a spectator, join our community of Knights at Calvin University.
Join the next generation of global business leaders at Calvin University School of Business, offering 8 undergraduate majors and 2 master's degrees, and exceptional faculty with real-world experience who will partner with you and guide you along the way, and opportunities to participate in internships, study abroad programs, and hands-on learning experiences. This is Calvin University School of Business. Your future begins here.
I love working downtown Grand Rapids, being able to go to class and then come here and do work where the theory that I learned in the classroom really did apply.
I think the Calvin interns, they have this well-balanced background, right? I also think that Calvin does a really nice job preparing them in communication.
I think the Calvin network is phenomenal, and that is a huge help of making me feel comfortable knowing that my education is preparing me super well for the rest of my life. So knowing that I can see people being successful in their lives who went through the same educational system as me is very encouraging.
Back here at Vennord Arena, Jeff Vivas, Sports Information Director at Calvin University. And let's get back to those halftime stats. Brought to you by Mercantile Bank. We'll just go through the individual scoring leaders. First of all, for Albion, our leading scorer for the Brits, and he came alive late in the first half, Mackay Wingfield, the freshman out of Concord, Michigan. He's got 9 points, all from beyond the long line, 3 of 5 from 3 of 3 from 3-point range for Mr. Winfield. Let's see. We've got 6 points for Dwayne Ray, 5 points for Michael Ume, 5 points as well for Beck Willems, 3 points for Truman King, 2 points for AJ Barden, a point for BJ Hunter, and I think, 2 points for Marco Lucchesi. Rounding out the leading scorers, or the scorers for Albion in the first half. For Kelvin, Trevin Winkle's got 9 points. Owen Varnado's got 9 points. 7 points for Luca Ressler. 4 points for Ty Horkey. 2 for Uchenna Ekageza. And 2 for Brady Ewing. Team stats here. Albion, 5 of 10 from three-point range. Kelvin, that's 50%. Do the math there. Kelvin, 2 of 13 from three-point range, 15.4%. Overall shooting, Albion 12 of 21 or 12 of 29 for 41.4%. Kelvin 14 of 31 for 45.2%. Free throws, Albion 4 of 6, 67%. Kelvin 5 of 5 for a perfect 1,000 percentage. Shooting, let's see, rebounding. Albion has 18 rebounds, as does Kelvin. 18 rebounds apiece. It's going to go to steals and turnovers. Kelvin has 3 steals. Albion with 1. Not a lot of fast break points. Talked about how Albion does a great job of getting back. Kelvin has 2 points in transition. Points in the paint, 22 for Kelvin, 12 for Albion. 7 turnovers for Albion, 4 for Kelvin. So that's kind of your first half statistics summary, brought to you by Mercantile Bank, home of Merc Perks Plus Checking and Merc Start Account. That's the halftime stats, brought to you by Mercantile Bank. Again, today's broadcast is brought to you by Skipper and Ostrink Wealth Management, providing personal financial strategies tailored to your goals and lifestyles. And folks, if you're a fan of Kelvin basketball, you need to mark your calendar for each Monday night in February. Next month, starting February 3, Big E's Restaurant on East Beltline is the home for Inside Basketball, a 30-minute program featuring men's basketball coach Bill Salt, plus coaches and players from the men's and women's basketball teams. The show airs live on 96.1 The Game at MichiganSportsRadio.com. You're welcome to join the live audience and enjoy the delicious menu items from Big E's. The show will air or take place live 6:30 to 7 p.m. each Monday during the month of February. That'll be Inside Kelvin Basketball starting Monday, February 3, and continuing on through the successive Mondays in February at Big E's Restaurant. And also live on air, 96.1 The Game, that's an FM radio station, and Michigan Sports Radio. You can listen to Michigan Sports Radio off its website from your mobile device, MichiganSportsRadio.com, or you can find ESPN 96.1 The Game on your iHeartRadio app. You can also just look up 96.1 FM The Game on your browser, and it'll pull it up, and you can listen live. I do it frequently myself. So if you want to follow the contest that way, or the Inside Kelvin Basketball that way, you can do it as well. Couple of minutes left here in halftime. Kelvin led by 10 late in the first half, but Albion ending the half on an 8-0 run to trail by just 2 at the break, 35-33. Let's try to get some of those other scores here. They're almost done in Holland, and it's All Hope leading 73-41 over Olivet. These are men's basketball finals. Adrian defeated Elma 65-52. And Trine defeated Kalamazoo 76-63. Those are your men's scores. Earlier today, Women defeated Adrian 68-43. 68-45, beg your pardon. Going through the other women's scores here. St. Mary's defeated Kalamazoo 65-54. Trying to pull up Albion and Olivet women's basketball. And Albion edged Olivet 55-53. Let's see. Minute 20 left. Trine leading Elma in women's basketball 58-35. So there you have it. A whip around in the MIAA. And that was brought to you by NAIA Wasinski, West Michigan. West Michigan's largest independently owned commercial real estate firm. Ready to go here, second half, and I believe Albion will start out with the basketball. Knight's got a possession off a tie-up late in the first half, so the arrow should be with the Brits, and it is. Original starting fives back in for both teams. Dwayne Ray will take the inbounds from A.J. Barton, and here we go. Right side, Curtis Rose, pass inside, losing the basketball. Owen Varnado with a takeaway. Took it away from Barton. Handoff to Winkles, got 9 first half points. Ekageza trying to get downhill, kicks it outside to Brady Ewing into the post, almost lost his footing. Winkle, right baseline. 10 on the shot clock, passing the post to Varnado, out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock, Kelvin, baseline out. 7 on the shot clock now. Somehow we lost a second. Just underway, second half. Kelvin up, 35-33. To Winkle, a 3 on the way. No, and a foul on Ewing on the rebound. Loose ball foul. Pretty good look for Kelvin on the inbounds play. Winkle really hasn't gotten untracked from the outside. He's done pretty well getting to the basket, though. Finding different ways to score. Here's Barton trying to go to the basket. Little pull-up, going to be off the mark by Dwayne Ray, and a rebound to Ressler. Into the front court. Looking inside, nothing there. Man-to-man by Albion. Winkle looking back door, nothing there. Varnado thought about the 3. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Winkle to the basket, off the window, drew a foul. He got a little push. It'll be on Curtis Rhodes. I think that is part of the strict marching orders by Coach Saul, is to get the ball to the basket. Not rely on the three-point shot. Free throw good by Mr. Trevin Winkle. He's in double digits with 10. Second one, deep off the back iron. Ume with a board. 36-33. Points at a premium in this one. Backdoor feed to Ume, double teamed. Varnado on him. Ume going up, Varnado stripped him. Wisely backed off and then waited for him to go up, and he just got 2 hands on the ball and plucked it out of his hands. Ressler to Winkle. Trying to get the ball to the basket, pass to the right corner, a 3 from Ewing. It's up, it's off. Varnado with a board though. Oh, he had the reverse layup instead, went back the other way and got a shot blocked. Ray kicks it to the left side, a 3 on the way. It's going to be short, off the mark by Rhodes. Here comes Kelvin in transition. 2 on 3, boy, Albion does a good job of getting back on D. Ekageza to Varnado. He's got an open 3. It's going to be off the mark, though, and a rebound to Rhodes. Into the post. That's Barden. Now a three from the right side, going to be off the mark again. That was Rhodes, and the Knights want to run a set play. And we get something to the basket. Ewing looking back door, nothing. Wrestler got a screen from Ewing. Going right baseline. Trying to back his way down into the paint. Pass inside of Ewing, layup up and good on the little slip. Nice job by Wrestler to draw that double team, and then Ewing slipped into the open space. Wrestler found him. Knights up 5, 38-33. Pass left wing, Curtis Rhodes. Back up top to Ume. Trying to get downhill. Ume goes up, drew a foul. Gonna guess that's on Ewing. Could be on Varnado. No, gonna be on Ewing. Coach Saul didn't like that call, but there was some contact on the arm. So Ume at the line to shoot a pair. Parker Swartz getting ready to check in. Free throws up there and in. Swartz in. Let's see, Lucchese back in for Albion. Also in for the first time, Malachi Hoosier, who's got a pretty good rooting section here. He's a young man out of Grand Rapids Christian High School. Saw him play on a Grand Rapids Christian team that went all the way to the Division II state finals last year. Free throw out the back iron and down. 3-point game, 38-35. So Hoosier getting his first minutes in today's game. Pass inside to Varnado, right block. Got a little size advantage out to Ekageza. Spinning his way to the basket, off the window, no, but drew a foul. On the spin, Euro step to the basket. And that foul will be on Ume, his first. Team second. Ekageza at the line for a pair. He eyes it, flies it, gets it. Ekageza with his third point of the game. Horkey in. Wrestler checks out. Horkey gave some good minutes and production off the bench in the first half. Ekageza will eye it, fly it again, and get it again. 40-35, Kelvin up 5.
Let's go, Hart!
Got to think that first team to 60 points probably wins this game. Off the window, no. Battle for the rebound, Ekageza has it.
Go with it!
Horkey to Swartz. Inside of Varnado, a little slip and lays it up and in. Nice recognition. Parker Schwartz to Owen Varnado, 42-35. BJ Hunter at the controls. High post to Ume. Hunter leaves it left side. Pass inside to Ume. And Horkey called for the foul. Gonna have a media timeout. I think it will be a non-shooting foul. We'll find out after the break as we go to the break here. So let's get back to our commercials, which have kept me pretty occupied here. Thanks to Bob Sack for all his work for putting together these great sponsorships. Time now for this month in Kelvin Sports History, presented by Applied Innovation. Today we highlight the 1999 Kelvin men's basketball team that captured the MIAA regular season title and later became the first team in program history to reach the Final Four of the NCAA Division III tournament. Got to see that up close and personal as a student reporter. I can tell you that was a thrill. The 1990 Kelvin men's basketball team, led by head coach Ed Dalma, finished 28-3 overall. This month in Kelvin Sports History is presented by Applied Innovation, connecting Kelvin alums for 35 years. Of course, one of my favorite memories in Kelvin athletics history, Todd Hennig, my good friend, hitting a game-winning three with a second left to beat Hope in the regular season finale that year. Allowed Kelvin to win the league outright at 12-0. Hope had a chance to gain a share, but ended up finishing 10-2. Ended up being a 3-point win for the Kelvin Knights. Then they met for a third time just a week later in the second round of the NCAA tournament, and Kelvin rolled to a 95-68 win The third meeting did not prove to be the charm for Hope in that one, and then the Knights ended up defeating top-ranked Wittenberg in the Elite Eight, made it to the Final Four for the first time. Here's a reverse layup, and it's up and in off the timeout. Pretty good set play. That was Lucchese with the two-point shot, 42-37. Pretty good play drawn up by Jody May in that timeout for the Brits. Varnado, right baseline, kicks it up top. Winkle, little hop step to the hole and put it up and in. 12 points now for Trevin Winkle.
Shooter.
Wingfield leaves it off. BJ Hunter to the basket, cut off. Malachi Hoosier has it, picked up his dribble. Back to Wingfield. A couple of freshmen into this Albion lineup. They're talented, Wingfield and Hoosier. Three on the way. Missed it. Did Wingfield, his first miss of the game. He had splashed all three of his shots in the first half from beyond the long line. Here's a little fadeaway, up and in. That patented duck into the lane. Reverse pivot and fade by Ekageza, and with a soft touch puts Kelvin up 9. 14:28 left in regulation time, 46-37. Lucchese dumps it over to Barden, now left wing, Wingfield to the hole. Skips it across, on the dribble, Hoosier. Pull up, Lucchese, right side, good with the left hand, 46-39. He's starting to heat up, is Lucchese. Varnado, pace picking up. Winkle gonna be off, bouncing around. Schwartz got a hand on it, but Barden ripped it down. Brits trying to chip back into this Kelvin lead. Cut off by Ekageza. Almost poked from behind, it is poked from behind. Pass a little short, and it's gonna go out of bounds off of Lucchese. Lucchese's got 6 points right now. Had Varnado open on the fly pattern, and that pass just a little underthrown. A little discussion between two of our officials here. I think they're talking about the shot clock. They're going to say it's good at 26. I think that's about right. Horkey has it. Looking for Schwartz, who's posting up. Right elbow. Now it's Ekageza trying to go baseline. Got fouled on the hand check. That will be foul number 3 on the Brits. So we are still a way away from getting to the line in the bonus. Ewing coming back on. That fouls, third foul. Missed who that was on. Horkey, little spin, and Ewing for a 3. It's on the way, it's good! Huge triple for Brady Ewing, who's got touch from deep. Doesn't get a chance to shoot too often from out there. It was at Petoskey. Played kind of like a stretch 4 frequently. Going to the basket. Off the rim by Dwayne Ray, and Ekageza came down with it quickly the other way. And boy, Albion again, they get back on defense. No cherry picking on the Brits. Ewing, right corner. Looking inside, Remersma got it picked away. Ume, pass a half second too late. And Ume perhaps too big of a defensive opponent try to fit that pass by. Right corner, oh, that's not the man you want to leave open, but he left it off the side window. Wingfield did. Might have gotten hit on the elbow there, or tapped a little bit. Here is Ekageza to the hole, off the high glass and in. Kelvin lead, 12 points at 51-39. Ekageza is heating up, he's got 8. Timeout taken by Albion with 12-12 left in the second half. Be a 30-second timeout. That will become a full timeout. I don't think this is the media timeout, though. All right, let's get back to our sponsorships here. Talked about inside Calvin basketball. Can give you the MIAA non-conference team records prior to tonight. Trine was 9-1 heading into tonight. They're now 10-1 overall, 1-0 in the league. Kalamazoo was 7-3 overall, now 7-4, 0-1 in the league. Albion 5-6 coming in, as was Calvin, as was Hope. Hope won tonight, so Hope 6-6 overall, 1-0 in the league. Adrian 3-9 now, 1-0 in the league. Olivet 2-10 overall, 0-1 in the league. And Elma dips to 0-12 overall and 0-1 in the league. And those MIAA standings are presented by NAIA Wyszynski of West Michigan, providing all facets of commercial real estate services.
Hey.
Sorry, hit my mute button there. Albion with the basketball. Dwayne Ray on the dribble. To LeCassie going hard to the basket. Off the window, no. Short. Willems with the rebound, and he traveled. With 3 in the shot clock. Jody May wanted a foul call. Didn't get it. And now we're going to get that media timeout. With 11:51 left and 51:39, it'll be Calvin basketball out of the timeout. Fans, tonight's Calvin Women's Sports Report is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. Graduate student Maggie Farrell of the Calvin Women's Swim Team has had a sparkling start to her final season of collegiate swimming. Last semester, Maggie set a school record in the 100 butterfly and is currently ranked 4th nationally in the event as well as 9th in the 50 freestyle. She is part of a Calvin Women's Swim Team that is ranked 15th in Division III. That's tonight's Calvin Women's Sports Report, presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union, where our members really like earning more when they save and paying less when they borrow. All right, I was talking about the national semifinals in Division I college football. Tomorrow, I believe it's Notre Dame against Penn State. Friday, it'll be Ohio State against Texas. And speaking of national championships and playoffs and all that type of thing, North Central on Sunday night captured the national championship, defeated Mount Union. Kind of forgot the final score. I want to say, quick look it up here. It's going on at the same time as the Lions-Vikings game, so I was keeping an eye on that D3 football game on my phone, streaming it off the ESPN app, and of course paying much closer attention to the Lions-Vikings game. You know, D3football.com's not loading up for me right now, but North Central won it by a couple of scores, I can tell you that. Wrestler, a 3 from the top. No off the back iron, but a tip by Varnado. He'll get the offensive board. Pass inside, off the window and in. Brady Ewing, feed from Ty Horkey, 53-39. Knights with their biggest lead of the game. On the dribble, Willems, jump stop, got his pocket picked for a moment. Everyone clawing at him. 4 players around him, and he draws the foul call.
Listen, we are under the Zoom.
Free throw is up and in at that football national championship game, D3. 41-25, North Central defeated Mount Union. A lot of fun following Division III football here in the Calvin campus this fall under head coach Trent Figg. First ever Calvin say season. Went 2-8, getting a couple of wins and very competitive. I'd say there's really only 2 games where the score maybe got away from the Knights a little bit, but highly competitive, and all of the other games that they lost. I mean, 6 of the games, they were right in it well into the second half. For a first-year program with a bunch of freshmen, primarily freshmen, great season. 3 from the wing by Owen Varnado. up and in, 56-41 after the Brits had hit those free throws. 15-point Calvin lead, and Barnado now with 14 points. Ume on the dribble. Trying to power his way in. Ball going around the horn. Jalen Flanagan in. Free throw, layup is up and in by Ume. Or beg your pardon, that wasn't Ume, that was Flanagan. 56-43. Right corner. Winkle. To the basket. Got his shot block. Got his own rebound, though. Stuck with it. Pass to the corner. Ball reversal. Barnado to Wrestler. 8 on the shot clock. Backdoor feed. Remersma. Good cut. Goes up. Shot. Blocked, but not before a foul is called. So send Trip Remersma to the line for a pair. Short on his first attempt. Zealandese product puts it down on try number 2. 3-point, or beg your pardon, a free throw. It makes it 57-43. He's got 3 points on the evening, does Trip Remersma. Ekageza really harassing Dwayne Ray. Trying to get to the basket. Kicks it to the corner. 3 on the way. It's going to be off the mark and ripped down by Winkle. He's had a good night. Oh, look out. Wasn't quite looking as Varnado threw that over to Winkle. He saw it out of his peripheral vision and snagged it down. Oh, Varnado got a little too loose and got his pocket picked. Here comes Albion to the hole. Oh, speaking of pocket picked, might have been a foul on that play. Kelvin the other way, and a layup up and in. One of the few transition baskets Kelvin has had. The Knights poke it loose, and it's Winkle again, and he has got 14. 59-43, a 16-point Kelvin lead. Left baseline Flanagan trying to back his way down. Nothing there. Up top. Dwayne Ray pulls up his dribble. A 3 from the top. It's going to be shy. That was Truman King. Rebound, though, to Ume. Steal by Barnado, and now Ekageza jumps on the loose ball the other way. Barnado, good pass. Wrestler, and the transition basket. And Kelvin has opened up an 18-point lead, 61-43. Coach Saul pumping his fist. Here we go. 8.5 to go left in this contest. Left side, Jalen Flanagan. Looking inside for Ume. Pass tip. Another turnover. Here comes Calvin in transition again. Wrestler kicks it out. Remersma, 3 on the way. Good! 64-43. Albion wants time with 8:14 left in this contest. Trip Remersma firing and filling, and it's a 21 Calvin lead. Just like that, the Knights getting loose in transition. Such a tight game for huge chunks. 2-point Calvin lead at the break. And those turnovers have turned into touchdowns for Calvin. Talking a lot of football here courtside. Got NFL playoffs this weekend. Can't remember all the games that are Saturday and which ones are Sunday. If I can go through the list of games, AFC. I think the Broncos are at the Bills. Steelers are at the Ravens. I know that one's Saturday night. I think that Broncos-Bills game is Sunday afternoon. And the Chargers, I think, are the first game out of the box on Saturday afternoon. They go to Houston. Let's see, NFC side. The Packers. What's that, Sunday night? I think the Packers are at Philadelphia. I think it's Sunday afternoon, perhaps. Tampa hosts Washington, and I know Monday night has the Rams hosting the Vikings. And boy, both the LA Rams and LA Chargers are having issues trying to practice right now with all the wildfire smoke out there. They do play indoors at SoFi Stadium for their home field, although the Chargers have to go on the road. At any rate, back to the basketball game. We're going to have a hand check here on Parker Schwartz. And we are under 8 minutes, so we're going to get that media timeout. Not sure if that last timeout became the media timeout. Yeah, it must have.
Quick break here, all right? Quick break. We're gonna have to tell them when they're Come back.
Lob pass to Barden. Now a handoff to Hunter. Pumps up a three from the top. Good. 64-46, Albion not going away. Luca Ressler going to the basket. Oh, he got a shot blocked emphatically by Barden. And it comes away to Ray quickly into the front court. Beck Willems kicks it to the corner. B.J. Hunter, pretty good defense by Horkey. Ball skips around the perimeter. Going to the basket, Ray, and he got fouled. Fouled by Winkle, and that's not what you want if you're Kelvin. That allows, you got a big lead, it allows Albion to score, but the clock stopped. When the clock can be used to your advantage, you want that clock to run if you're Kelvin. Free throw is in and out by Ray. Ray, a sophomore out of North Farmington High School, suburbs of Detroit. You hear Coach Saul imploring his team to box out. Free throw is up there and in there. 64-47. Ressler, Varnado, Winkle, Parker Schwartz, and Ty Horkey are into the Kelvin lineup. Winkle trying to go downhill, got hand checked. We play on. Double team comes. Varnado to Schwartz. Trying to back his way down. Fade away by Schwartz off the back iron. Battle for the board, nothing there. Albion brings it into the front court. Dwayne Ray looking inside. A.J. Barden posting up, has it. Rips it down with that big left hand of his. Spins on Varnado. Pass is deflected. And it comes to Winkle. Varnado got a piece of that pass. Little help from Ressler as well. Ressler, Knight's trying to take a little time off the clock perhaps. Up 17, here's Varnado on the baseline. Oh, he threw it away, Beck Willems. Albion in transition to the hole and a foul called. It's either going to be Ressler or Horkey. Horkey, I believe. Nope, Parker Schwartz. So Uchenna Ekagez will come back in. 6:10 on the clock. Jalen Flanagan out of Troy, Michigan. He's out of DEPSA High School. So I think that might be Detroit Edison. Yep, Detroit Edison Public School Academy. I am correct. Had to look up that acronym. That is... We saw Detroit Edison Public School Academy win a couple of state titles in girls basketball here. The great Rakia Jackson leading her team, Miss Basketball. She's now playing in the WNBA for the LA Sparks. Got to know her family a little bit. Her brother Ricky Jackson played at Adrian College, all-conference basketball player. So I am familiar with Detroit Edison Public School Academy, just not the acronym DEPSA, but I am now. Free throws for split there by the Brit, 64-48. Ty Horkey, right wing, picked it up. Varnado, open three, it's up, it's in. It's got 17 points to Owen Varnado, and that bumps it back to a 19-point Kelvin lead with 5:40 left in this one. Malachi Hoosier checked back in for Albion. He's at the point guard position. Barden picked up his dribble, hands it over to Flanagan. Goes hard to the basket, off the window and in. Coach Saul He's been telling his team that he goes right every time, and they still cannot stop him going to his right. 67-50, pass inside, reverse layup up and in for Parker Schwartz. 69-50. Coach Saul wants his players to go under the screen here when they run this play. Flanagan, he's going to try to go to the right side. Fadeaway jumper, short. And a rebound to Varnado. Here's a pull-up in the lane, and it's good by Horkey. Ty Horkey has got 6 points. Rebound by Varnado. He's leading the break. And he got his pocket pick from behind. B.J. Hunter was there to take it away. And Varnado just got called for a foul from behind. 5th foul on Kelvin. First foul on Varnado, who will check out. Here comes Ewing and Winkle. So Varnado out with 17 points, 5 boards. Winkle, the other Calvin Knight, in double digits with 14. Got 9 for Wrestler and 8 for Ekageza, also 9 for Ewing. So free throw is up and in for B.J. Hunter.
Better box out. Come on, Brady. Get a pinch on him.
Second one, in and out. Ekageza with a board. That's his 6th rebound of the contest. Check that, 7th rebound. We're going to have a foul on the baseline. See foul number 6 on the Brits. Fouls on Hunter, his 3rd. Flanagan checks out, Barden back in. .406 left in this contest. 71-51. Kelvin lead. Oh, Knights could still hang on. And it actually went out of bounds right here on the sideline in front of us. So a bit of a sloppy turnover right there.
Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go.
Malachi Hoosier gets it over to Hunter, goes to the basket. Looked like he pushed off on Ekageza. Rebound to Ewing. Horkey kicks it to Winkle. It's going to go to the baseline. Little fadeaway from 15. It's pure. Woo-hoo-hoo. He's got 16. On the dribble, Hoosier again, and a steal by Ekageza, and they're going to say he's out of bounds. And a timeout with 3:26 left, immediate timeout. Looks like Wrestler and Varnado will check back in here. Knights up 22 points at 3:26 to go. All right, got to check the old scripts here. I think I've got all the reads in for this one and then some. I can remind you that the post-game report, we're going to have an interview with head coach Bill Saul. Gotta find my last page. Will be brought to you by Big E's Sports Grill. Big E's, your best spot to watch all of this week's games on the East Beltline, just south of Kelvin's campus. And don't forget, Big E's is live home to Inside Kelvin basketball starting February 3. I'm getting stats right now, and I can tell you that today's final stats will be presented by Detroit Wing Company at Knapp's Corner in Grand Rapids. Let me tell you, I have had Detroit Wings. They were our press box sponsor for the 4 home Kelvin football games. And I'll tell you, their wings and mac and cheese and coleslaw are to die for, along with their specialty dipping sauces that they have for wings. So if you want to stop in and just eat right at the restaurant, order out a bunch, or have them cater to you, Detroit Wings is the place to go. Some of the best wings in all of Michigan.
Back screen here.
Going to the basket, pulling up his dribble, and we're going to have a 5-second call, actually a 3-second call before the pass is made on the Brits. Ekageza still into the game to Barnato. Right side, Remersma just checked in. And I think we're going to have a holding call on Albion. You know, just the 16 fouls, not a shooting situation. Looking inside for Ekageza. Wrestler off the screen. Here's Ekageza again. Barnato from the top, off the iron, out of bounds. Last foul is on Nate Childers, who just checked in. Out of Benzie Central High School. Trying to back his way on in is Ume, and dribbled it off his legs. Pretty good defense by Wrestler, Winkle, Remersma, and Ekageza down on the block. 2.5 to go. 22-point Calvin lead. Ekageza is going to go to the basket, and he got hit going to the hole, and he will go to the line to shoot a pair. It'll be a 2-shot situation. It is the 7th foul, but that was a shooting foul. Free throws up there and no good. Britain's starting to put in their subs, waving the white flag. Let's see if the Knights do the same here shortly. Free throws up there and in. 9 points for Ekageza. Malachi Hoosier again. Looking on Ekageza. Pass to the left side to Lucchesi. Little pump fake, step back three, and that's going to be a foul on Remersma. It'll send Nate Childers to the line for 3. Free throw up, no good.
Box out. Box out. Get a pinch.
Oh, they're going to say that was a 2-shot foul. Not a 3-shot, and he missed them both. Wrestler got the rebound to Winkle, running the floor. Winkle thought about the 3. Instead, drives to the basket. Threw it away. Hoosier, entry pass into the post. Trying to back his way on in. Lucchesi. Here's a 3 from up top. It's in. B.J. Hunter, all the way from Dallas, Texas, Little Elm High School. The senior splashes that one home. 74-54. Ekageza looking inside, nothing there. Wrestler to Varnado. On the baseline to Winkle. Little duck in, goes up, and called for the travel. Another turnover on the Knights, and Here comes another Britain sub, Truman King, with 1:14 to go. "12 turnovers on the Knights. Albion's had 18. Going to the basket, up and in, and a foul on Winkle. Tough take and finish by Marco Lucchesi, the fifth-year senior out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, a Dexter High School graduate. Got Dean Harvey checking back in. I think they're going to check Harvey in here since so it's Ekageza checks out with 1 minute to go. Lucchesi, the lefty, puts it up and missed it. Harvey kind of boxed out, tapped it over to Wrestler. Potentially one more possession here for the Knights. We'll see. Wrestler to the basket and laid it up and in. He's got double digits. He's got 11. And a turnover by the Brits, stolen away by Riemersma. Well, there's an 8-second differential, so I don't know if the Knights will choose to shoot or turn it over. They're going to fire it up. Harvey does. Misses. And a rebound to the Brits. Here comes Hoosier the other way. 20 seconds left. Pass inside. Layup up and in for Nate Delaney. Sophomore to Grand Rapids Forest Hill Central High School. And the Knights will bring it up court. Luca Wrestler has it, and he will dribble out the final seconds, and this one's going to end 76-58. Kelvin on top of the Britons, and Kelvin continues that win streak. They now have won 5 in a row. They hit the 500 mark. And the win-loss total overall at 6-6, and start out the MIAA season at 1-0. And they will go to Kalamazoo on Saturday for an always tricky game at the Anderson Athletic Center. That's an early start, a 1 o'clock game down there at Kalamazoo. I'll have Coach Saul over here in a little bit. Today's final stats are brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company at Knapp's Corner in Grand Rapids. And before I forget, our Kelvin player of the game is going to be Trevin Winkle. Brought to you by Straight Line Fence. With over 30 years of building sanctuary and security, Straight Line Fence. Here comes Coach Saul. I've got the stats.
Figured out. You're stressing me at halftime.
All right, got Coach Saul here, and yes, we did have a printer breakdown, and we did get that figured out. So, Coach, your thoughts on tonight's game? Albion always kind of makes you grind, and I guess the bottom line is you got a W in the opening night of conference play.
Yep. You got me there? Yeah, you know, they do a great job of mucking it up. And to their credit, right? You know, we kind of played into their hands a little bit. You know, good second half effort. I mean, I think we held them 25 points.
Yep.
You know, in the beginning of that game, we really fell in love with the three. They were open, right? But it's like, you got to get the ball inside. And, you know, in the second half, we got way better pushes up the floor. You know, and again, got downhill a little more. And I thought that was good to see, right? 59% in the second half. You know, I thought Trev did a great job at getting downhill tonight, you know, and won his matchup. And then, you know, I thought Owen did some good things as well. So, yeah, we got some good minutes from some guys. You know, again, a few too many just bad turnovers, right?
Yeah, right.
Especially down the stretch. I was really disappointed that we didn't close it out a little better.
But 19 assists, that's good to see. So, just like anything, beginning of conference season, lots of things to work on, lots of things to figure out. I think we gotta get there, and I truly believe that effort-wise, better second half too, right? I thought we came out a little stagnant in that first half. Just didn't play with the energy we needed to, and we picked that up too. So there was some really good things.
Yeah, and this isn't necessarily an excuse, but it's kind of an interesting start to the semester here at Calvin because, the students aren't back and they still are over a week away. We don't start till the 21st of January because of this 2-week term. Many students that are doing that are off campus, but your guys have to kind of stay motivated during a time where campus is kind of quiet and dead. It's almost like a super extended Christmas break, if you will. And they kind of have to motivate themselves to some degree, right?
They do, and here's the facts. There's no excuses, all right? I mean, you are playing college basketball.
That's right.
And you should be locked in, and again, right? For us, hey, look, we have a chance again to really continue to improve and get to where we got to go. So, yeah, I mean, the break is a break, but man, you're a student athlete for only a few times in your lifetime, right? And so you better relish this ability and really focus in on what we got to focus in on.
So you've won 5 in a row, and I was just looking at the D3 Hoops poll that came out 2 days ago, I think. And you played the number 1 ranked team who beat you on a buzzer beater, Wisconsin Platteville. Number 2 ranked team, Emory, who you played real tough here at Nord Arena. And, of course, you got Trine coming up twice in the regular season, who's ranked number 3, and I think a couple other current top 25 teams, St. John's and Wisconsin Lacrosse, who you beat right at the end, and some other tough teams. How has the non-conference prepared you for this league slate?
Well, I think it really has. You figure out what your team's made of and really what you need to improve upon. And, the one thing that really stands out in the beginning of the season for us is that we just weren't defending, right? I mean, we were giving up 82 points. That's not Calvin basketball. Now when you look at the last 6 games that we played, teams are averaging right around 55 points a game. That's more us, right? And to be quite honest, our defensive intensity tonight was not what it needs to be if we're going to be in this at the end and have a chance to play with the top teams in our conference. So we got to tune it up a little bit, but again, hopefully a good wake up call that we got to get cooking.
Absolutely. So Saturday, always a tricky game at Kalamazoo. I think it's a 1 o'clock start. Am I right on that?
1 o'clock start, yep.
So, just your thoughts on going down to Kalamazoo. It's a tough gym to kind of play in, and they always play real scrappy against you, so you got to be ready to go at a little bit of an earlier time slot, too.
Yeah, I mean, and again, right, it's the same old thing. You can find lots of excuses, but it's a league game on the road, and you have to be ready to go. I mean, it's the only thing that you can think about is, okay, good, now we got to stack them up. So we got a really tough team on the road. We better be ready to play. We will certainly emphasize that as we continue to move forward here through this season.
One final thought. How about those Detroit Lions here? What are your thoughts on them having a little bye week here and getting ready for the divisional round in, about a week and a half or so?
Yeah, fun stuff, right? I mean, in all reality, man, being a longtime fan, to think, what we've done there is just unbelievable, right? And I got to pinch myself every once in a while, but what a great game on Saturday. What a great win. And, I think this rest will be good for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing a few more Lions victories. In the same breath, man, we got to get the Knights continue to cook in the right direction.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
All right, that was Calvin head men's basketball coach Bill Saul, and this post-game interview was brought to you by Big E's Sports Grill, located just down the South Beltline. I'll try to go through the final stats here in a minute. Our Calvin player of the game, again, was Trevin Winkle, brought to you by Straight Line Fence. Straight Line Fence has over 30 years of building, sanctuary, and security. Straight Line Fence provides property owners with the privacy, comfort, and confidence of the perfect fence. Straight Line Fence. And looking at these stats, Trevin Winkle, as Coach mentioned, had 16 points. He had 9 boards, 3 assists, and just some good all-around play. Also mentioned Owen Varnado, who had strong consideration for player of the game as well. He had 17 points. He had 5 rebounds, 3 triples. Those are big 3-point baskets that the Knights really needed, and he had a big ball game. 11 points for Luca Ressler, kind of an unsung hero. 6 rebounds, a team-high 6 assists. Coach mentioned all the assists tonight. He was a big part of that. 9 points for Uchenna Ekegeza, who had 2 steals. He's 2 away from tying Aaron Winkle, who's in the house tonight. His son Quincy is on the team. Aaron is second on the Calvin all-time list for career steals. So Uchenna now with 185. Aaron Winkle has 187. The all-time leader is Chris Canuster with 202. Ekegeza had 7 rebounds as well. Let's see here. We had 6 points for Tripp Remersma, 6 points for Ty Horkey, 2 for Parker Swartz. Let's turn it over to the Albion side as far as their scoring leaders. No Britain in double figures in scoring. You had Hunter, who had 8 points, Wingfield, who had 9, all of which came in the first half on 3-point shots. Let's see. We had 8 points for Lucchese. We had 7 for Willems, 7 for Ray, 7 for Ume, 3 for King. We had 2 for Barden, 2 for Delaney, 5 for Flanagan. And I think that rounds out the scoring leaders. Quickly, team stats. Albion was 20 of 50. That's 40% from the floor. Kelvin was 30 of 58. That's actually 51.7%. Some of those breakout layups really helped the field goal shooting down the stretch. Kelvin was 10 of 13 at the free throw line, 77%. Albion 11 of 19, 57.9% rebounding. Kelvin won that matchup, 36 to 29. 18 turnovers for Albion and 12 for Kelvin. And then the Knights did have 9 fast break points. Albion did not have any. And those were key stats. Most important stat was the final score line. And again, Kelvin winning at 76-58. Knights now with 5 wins in a row, 6-6 overall, 1-0 in the MIAA. Been a long little evening here at Bernard Arena with another doubleheader, but it's been fun. I want to thank Justin Kendall, our producer, back in the studio, and all of our students that have put this broadcast on. As we mentioned, the semester has not started yet, so a lot of these students are helping out or around, or these are freelance people, and they did a great job, and we really appreciate their work. So our next broadcast will be this Saturday, women's basketball, 3 o'clock, Kelvin against Kalamazoo, and we'll be right here at Bernard Arena, and I myself will be here to bring that broadcast to you. So until then, we will say so long.